Hi folks, this is Smitty, i.e. Dr. Smith. You know, your favorite military historian. Well, it's Miss Katie's favorite military historian at least. We're here with a new game today that she's going to introduce. Miss Katie?
Hi guys, and happy Memorial Day weekend. We have a new game called KIEV 41 from our friend Emmanuel, who is in Milano, Italy. And he is with VentoNuovo Games, and I hope I didn't butcher that too badly.
And Miss Katie, and there's Ollie getting ready to help you.
Yes, lots of kitty help in this house.
Have you ever been to Kiev?
As a matter of fact, I have. It is a beautiful city.
And what did you think of the Ukraine? It's pretty flat, isn't it?
Ukraine is very flat.
And what did we see a lot growing? Big, tall flowers.
Yes, big, tall flowers. You're quite right. Yes.
And where else did you go while you were in the Ukraine?
We visited Chernobyl, and it was very cool. And we saw the only surviving statue of Lenin.
Well, Miss Katie, we thank you as always.
Thank you guys, and you have a great weekend.
Hi folks, it's Dr. Smith, i.e. Smitty, your favorite military historian, right? Well, at least I'm the cat's favorite military historian because I feed them every morning. We're going to talk about KIEV 41, the Southern struggle today. We'll first do the normal thing where I go through it real quick, then I will come back and go more in detail on the components. Now, for our friend Sam Kessler, lots of things in baggies. Little dice. These remind me of my Stratomatic baseball dice that I had as a kid. They're small. Then there are lots of blocks. These blocks are your your defensive lines. Used as a mechanism to show that the Soviets had fortified an area. Neat little trick. Then there are blocks. Miss Katie hates blocks, doesn't she?
Stickers.
Stickers, because that means they're stickers. But these are extra blocks, because blocks get lost in this house because cats run off them. And we have more extra blocks, and then we have the main blocks. Because we used to have a kitty, Bud 2, who liked to run off with the blocks from the game West Front from Columbia Games. He particularly liked the German paratroopers. He would run off with it and chew on it in back of the rocking chair in my then study in Germantown, Maryland. All right, so we see there are blocks. And if there's blocks, then there comes the thing that Miss Katie hates the most. Stickers. Miss Katie hates stickers. But you have standard stickers and the designer edition stickers.
They're still stickers.
They're still stickers, I agree, Miss Katie, but I'm not certain which one I like better. We'll leave people look at those and determine themselves which one they think they like better. As always, you get a lot for your money in one of these packages. You have here the designer and strategy notes. Lots of good stuff here. Lots of pictures. And a picture of Emmanuel on the back. How about that? Scan me? Well, we can't scan anything. Then we have player aids cards. There are 2 of them. And on the 2 cards, you've got the sequence of play on one, and you have how things work on it. Again, thoughtful, easy to set up. Here, we have the rule book. It's a rule book. And what's also interesting is on the back, It shows you how you can boost your KIEV 41 experience. Then we have historical commentary. Basically, it's an overview and synopsis of the KIEV campaign in the south through going into the Kerch Peninsula. And we have the historical dossier. And of course, we're turned to the Nikita Khrushchev one. And why are we turned, hi Miss Frankie, to the Nikita Khrushchev one? Because I wrote it. Wow, we got help, definitely. Thank you, Miss Frankie. Let's go off the table. Cats in the Ukraine, imagine. Then we've got how to set up the scenarios, the Southern struggle, both the Soviet and the German. But on the other side, if you just want to play the pocket, the KIEV pocket, you have it on each side. I like the fact that things are big. Big, bright, easy to see. And then, of course, you have within the game, you have the map. I will be looking at a slightly different map for you. I will be looking at the hard copy map that the folks were so nice to provide to me. So you've got the game map here. Of course, KIEV is up here, and we went all along the Dnieper River. So we saw a lot of those cities and stopped at a lot of these key cities and have pictures of the Soviet war memorials. Then, there is also the situational map of the panzers in the Ukraine that comes with the game, which is rather spiffy. Another neat thing that's added in. And of course, what does Smitty always talk to you about? Smitty always talks to you about what in these things? What does he always add? He gives you value added, he hopes, by discussing several books. Today, we will first talk about Frank Ellis's Barbarossa. There are parts of it that are on KIEV. The most interesting thing in this book is the appendix that has General Dmitry Pavlov, who was shot because he screwed up so bad in front of Army Group Center. Anybody was going to screw up at that point. But he was taken back to Moscow, and his interrogation is in the appendix. But Ellis's book is very good. What I particularly like about it as well is Ellis focuses neatly and in detail on the Commissar Order, unlike what I've seen anyone else do. Setting up the early operations in the Ukraine is the Buno. The Buno was one of the early big armor battles, and the Germans were very much surprised when they ran into new Soviet tanks that they didn't think about. Then, of course, we've got the two classics, Stahl's books, KIEV 41, and then Operation Typhoon, because without KIEV 41, there'd have been no Operation Typhoon. One inexorably leads to the other. So there we have it for right now, folks. We'll be back to look at the things in detail. As always, we thank you, and we'll see you in a minute. All right, folks, we're back. The game does not come with the golden retriever under the table. It does not come with the big one-eyed cat at that corner, nor does it come with Ollie. And there, of course, we see the box and the other part, and we've got Ollie's tail, and Ollie will be removed from the table at this point. Now, let us first look at stickers. We talked about the stickers. There are 3 sets. There are, of course, first, the standard stickers. All right. What do you think of those, folks? Then, there are the designer edition stickers. They're not bad. But I think I like the icon ones because Well, what do they have on them? They have tanks. And what I would probably do, actually, I would probably use a mixture because I like the ships better on these. So I would probably mix and match different types of counters here. Counters, stickers, the bane of Miss Katie's life. Now we'll see here, there are many bags. You can see there's 3 large bags of blocks, and the smaller one I told you, there are defensive lines and such. Then we've got, as we said earlier, we've got the scenario sheets. There's the Southern Struggle one for the Russian, the Southern Struggle for the German. And then, of course, on the other side, we have the German pocket one to include when the weather turns bad as they go down for Rostov. And same again. Now here's the map we talked about, the German map of the whole front. The actual, and you can see so that's all right. But then we've got the nice hardbound map. Now, we'll start up at Kiev. We stopped at Cherkasy, Kremenchug, Dnieper, Zaporizhzhia, and we started, Miss Katie, where did we start our river trip at? What city?
Odessa.
Odessa. And what steps did we go on in Odessa?
The Potemkin steps.
The Potemkin steps. I didn't even have to tell her. What's nice on this map is you've got your starting positions set up. I like that. That makes life easier for me. There is also within the game, depending upon how the way things are gone, the road to Tula, because Tula was kind of the key to heading towards Moscow from the south. But first you've got to take Kiev, and it doesn't hurt to take Kharkov. But then we've got Sevastopol, which is of course where the Black Sea Fleet is, the Kerch Straits, and the gateway to the Caucasus, Rostov. What you notice with the map here is that some areas are red, some are green. It's a matter of terrain in these areas. That's the neat thing about this, that rather than actually have the terrain, say in hexes, it's determined by the coloration of these dots. And then, of course, there are the documents. Like I said, there's the Nikita Khrushchev one in the historical dossier, the historical commentary, and then the rule books. But what's really nice are the 2-player aid cards, and I like both of these, that you've got the sequence of play on them. And you've got here, it tells you what things are, like yellow dot, yellow area, yellow dot, setup instructions, historical setup. Makes everything easy, and it tells you what units are and how they work. Nicely set up, good game. I've liked the other ones in the series so far, and I look forward to playing this one soon. As always, this is Dr. Smith. We're talking about KIEV 41 from Miss Katie.
Emmanuel.
from Emmanuel. As always, we thank you, folks, and hope your Memorial Day weekend is safe and blessed. Bye-byes.